He wants to eat. He wants to be part of the show. Again, guys, look at the size of this thing. This thing's got to be almost 6 foot across, 5 foot across. It's an amazing specimen.
And get a lot bigger.
And can get a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
Right. This one here now, I know that we were talking about, you know, Squash and his age of being 10 years old. Dad made a good point before, and he actually said that, you know, iguanas can get this size in about 5 or 6 years. This is the result of doing the right thing after 5 to 6 years. So Dad was right on the mark when he said that. This particular guy here, you know, and is still growing, and had a nice big enclosure like I've got him in. The mom still has another nice enclosure that I'm going to try and bring in one day. I just have very little room here, so I got to find a bigger building or find some land or something, because really so many more animals are coming in because the economy's wrecked right now, and really it's hard to take care of themselves, let alone another pet. So, you know, people are having to get rid of these animals. And again, I can't stress the idea. Find a shelter. Don't release them in the wild. I don't care what kind of animal you think you have.
They won't make it in our winters.
You know what, though? Even that, like alligators and stuff, people don't believe that. I'm starting to believe an animal that's lived, what, 200 million years, could live through an ice glacier and everything else. They adapted in Florida one day. You know, you keep letting go animals even if the cold weather's there. You let them go in the summer, I think they can evolve. And definitely we are honored to have such an awesome specimen here. And Darren, I can't thank you for all the kind donations and time that you spend with us. I know you work with other cat
Anything
rescues.
for the animals. Anything for the animals.
Yep, and you really do donate some serious time, because you work with a cat rescue off to the side. I know that you do a lot for other organizations and stuff. You work with kids.
These are my kids.
You're a blessing.
These are my
dude.
kids.
You really are. And again, I can't
really
thank
appreciate
you enough.
it.
I know you got to go and get back to work.
It's been great.
I appreciate you coming into here today and actually, you know, helping us out. Again, more food. Dude, keep it up. That's all I can say. Because
I know what that means. I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, man. I got my own little personal vegetation service here. I'll never knock that guy, that's for sure. At least not in front of him. But no, again, thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Get out of here. I appreciate you cutting out and coming here. And
I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, sounds good.
I hope you've learned something today. Just to go over some of the points about some of these animals. If you're looking to buy an animal, go to the library, get a current book, magazine, get on the internet, look up the animal, see where they're from. Think of the area that they live in and try and duplicate that at your house. If they come in warm weather, you're going to have a warm area for them. Take a look at the food they eat. Take a look at it, how they eat, how they hunt for their, scavenge for their food. So you can set it up like that for them. Because that way they'll feel most at home. Is there anything else we missed, Doc?
Pretty much not that I know of. I might have overskipped something, but I think we hit pretty much all of it. And again, you know, if I missed something, it's because, you know, there is so much, you know, and there's only so much you can get in an hour or so that we've been here, you know, doing this. But I do owe a lot of thanks to folks. I want to thank you right here. John, without you, there is no show. Without great folks like you believing in me, you know, there'll be no park. And I really believe in my heart that there's an outside opportunity.
That's one thing we forgot to mention, the park.
You know, that's something I'd like to talk about too. I want to thank everybody that sponsors what I do first off. Just so you all know, all money that I make here with pets, pet-related items, or donations goes into a fund to help more animals. With a dream of one day building an educational reptile park that will help dysfunctional teens, homeless people, whole array animals, and revolve that park around families to where it's a cheap, fun, inexpensive day. And look at this, we got an alligator and iguana intermingling.
Can you put the camera on these two over here?
Yeah, maybe turn that over just a little.
There.
We got two totally different animals that are now becoming native in the same area of Florida. The American alligator, and look at this, he wants a little bite and he wants to give him a kiss. But enough of them guys, back to my thanks. And even he knew, you see, good cue, man, my animals do listen. And again, he agrees. It just takes time to bond with them. My thanks goes out to all y'all again. If there's something I missed, I'm sorry. If there's some kind of show that you want to see, then by all means, email me. Or Google search our name, find an area and tell folks. You can email me through my address, tom.mcneil@sbcglobal.net. You can go to my website, which is swordsanddreams.gotpetsonline.com. Sorry about the long one, but it is a free site. I built it myself. Not the best thing, but I'm doing with what I can with what I got. Great folks like John that's made this possible. Great folks like Thad that was here today, Darren. And so many of you that I just can't mention. But one I do want to mention that actually does a lot of the hard work here at my shop is my son, Justin. Justin puts in a lot of hours cleaning up cages, and honest to God, doesn't get any real credit for it. He should have been here today. I hope to have him in a show one day. And you know what? I hope to have you in a show one day. Because if you got some great idea for a show, please bring it to our attention. If you want to see something about any type of animal, please bring it to our attention. If you think you're knowledgeable enough to sit here in front of the cameras and try and put on a show with us, please bring it to our attention. Because you know what? I may just bring you in. Because I'm looking for people to know. I don't know everything. I got a great reputation with these guys and a lot of kind folks that actually have put a lot of hype out there about me being an expert and everything else. And I believe this, I'm not an expert. I do what I can from the heart and from the mind, and you know what? I believe every day is a learning experience. So as I said before, continue to research, continue to learn, because even if you think you're talking to an expert, they could be wrong. So take in all the good information and the bad information and turn it into your system. Trial and error. Hopefully you'll have more trial than error. But you know what? All I can say is thanks, and we'll have a blessed day. And I hope to see you in our reptile park one day. It's great folks like you that can make it happen. And as I've said to so many people before, together we can build a reptile park. And I so believe that. And again, John, dude, you're the man. Thanks so much.
I just want to mention that today's show was on iguanas. We're going to be doing a series of different shows. What show are we going to do next?
I'm not really sure, but I'm actually thinking about, snakes like ball pythons or something like that. Or turtles.
We'll do a show on snakes. We have turtles. We've got
frogs,
geckos,
bearded dragons. We're going to do shows on. We're going to do shows on the American alligator and what a nuisance he's become. Really, we're going to do so many different shows. Like I say, non-domesticated and domesticated. So if you guys got an idea or want us to come out to you and maybe shoot a show about one of your pets, it might be a possibility,
Yeah. So we're going to leave it at this point. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you at the next show. Thank you.
Heck yeah, thank you.